Are you a mom that feels like there are just not enough hours in a day? Or are you a mom that regularly feels stressed and overwhelmed? Or are you a mom that has been trying to build habits for a long time, but you just can't seem to find the time to actually do it? Then I have a solution for you, and that is waking up before your kids. Now, I know that this is difficult, but in this video, I want to share some practical tips with you on how to make waking up before your kids a reality so that you can enjoy those precious morning moments before your sweet little babies wake up. But first, I want to share with you why waking up before your kids is so important. I personally just feel like it sets the tone for the day. Like waking up to a fire is not fun. And by fire, I mean crying baby, I want snack or I want food or I need milk or I need this or I need that. Like when you wake up to that, you're already going at 1,000 miles per hour before your day even gets started. And you're already in reactive mode, not proactive mode. But when you wake up before your kids and you have time to actually get settled and grounded and do some things that make you feel productive and that, make you feel, like more patient and more gentle and just ready to tackle the day, whether that's a workout or getting some work done for your home business or reading or spending some time in the word, getting a shower, maybe doing your makeup if that's something that you want to do. Like when you have time in the morning to do that, then you are just ready to greet your babies when they wake up with patience and love and not, can I wipe my eyes? Can I just brush my teeth first before we go get snacks? Like, can I, make my bed maybe? Like that can feel very like all you starting your day like anxious. And that is just not a good feeling. And so if you have a newborn, then kind of exclude what I'm about to say. But if your baby is at least 6 months or older or sleeping through the night, then I strongly believe that you can make a habit of waking up before them. And I guarantee you that those hours will be so, 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 so worth it. I also want to add a downside to not waking up before your kids is that you're more likely to be irritable or agitated or easily triggered, especially when it comes to just a lot of noise and chaos. Your kids are fussing or they're whining or they're crying. You're more likely to be overwhelmed than if you had time for yourself in the morning before you had to deal with everything that comes with having children. The first step to building a habit of waking up before your kids is to determine how much sleep you need in order to wake up feeling rested. That could be anywhere between 6 to 9 hours. The second step is to determine what your desired wake up time will be. Now, you have to consider what time your kid normally wakes up, as well as how much time you would need. So, for example, if your kid typically wakes up at around 7 a.m. and you want 2 hours, then your desired wake time will be somewhere around 5 a.m. at least. Or if your kid wakes up at 6 a.m. and you only need an hour in the morning or you only desire an hour, then a 5 a.m. wake time would be suitable for you. The third step is to determine your bedtime. So you do this by starting with your wake time. So let's say, your wake time is 5:30 a.m. Let's say your kids typically wake up at around 7 a.m. And so you're getting around an hour and a half of time to yourself. So you would take your 5:30 a.m. wake up time and let's say you need about 8 hours of sleep. So if you rewind that, and that's 9:30, I believe. Yeah, so your bedtime will be 9:30, your wake time will be 5:30. You get an hour and a half to yourself, and then your kids wake up at 7. But what I want you to do is to add 30 minutes to your bedtime to give you time to like unwind and fall asleep. So let's say your bedtime is 9:30, you add 30 minutes to that, then that means you should be in bed by 9 o'clock. This sounds very strict, but I believe that it is necessary if you want to wake up before your kids. Otherwise, you are going to, get in bed too late and you're either going to wake up and you're going to regret waking up early or you're just not going to wake up early at all and you won't be able to build that habit. So if you want to build a habit, then I personally believe that it's something that you have to be consistent with. You have to get in bed on time, you have to wake up on time and use your time in the morning wisely. And that is how you become more productive as a mom and you get that feeling of peace and patience before your kids actually wake up. So you know how much sleep you need, you know what your bedtime is, you know what your wake time is. Now you need to determine what your kids bedtime should be. So if your bedtime is 9 o'clock and let's say you want an hour to yourself in the evening, then your kids needs to be in bed by 8 o'clock. If you want an hour and a half, they need to be in bed by 7:30. And this is so important because the next step is you have to plan your entire day with the end in mind. So if you know your kids have to get in bed by 8 p.m., then you need everything else that comes before that needs to be, taken into consideration. So then you rewind dinner. Okay, so if my kids are going to be in bed by 8, what time do I need to start dinner? And let's say that it depends on the complexity of the meal that you're making, but let's say, dinner needs to be done by 6 o'clock. So you start cooking at 5, and then you eat dinner at 6, kids get it back at 7, and then they're in bed by 8 o'clock. Which means if you're going to start dinner by 5, that means you need to be home by at least 4:30 in the afternoon. So if you go out somewhere, to the park or to visit family, and if you are trying to build this habit of getting in bed on time, then you have to stick to the schedule. Otherwise, like I said before, you are either going to miss your wake time altogether, or you're going to wake up and feel miserable because you're tired. Unless you're one of those people that can, thrive on 5-6 hours of sleep. I am not one of them, but if you can thrive on 6 hours of sleep and your bedtime is 10-11 o'clock, then you have plenty of time in the evening to do what you want to do or get home a little bit later. But for people like me, I have hormone imbalances and I need 8 to 8.5 hours of sleep, or I feel terrible. I am so impatient. I'm just grumpy. I'm just not in the mood. Like my energy is low. It is not fun. I don't like it. And like I need to be in bed by a certain time if I want to wake up. Otherwise, it's such a negative cycle. I get in bed late. I miss my wake up time. I don't get to go to the gym. Now I'm feeling all crappy because I didn't get to go to the gym. My energy is low. I'm less patient with the kids. And it's not fun. Just get home, go to bed, wake up on time, do what you need to do, and you feel great. At least that's been my experience. So like I said, home by 4:30, start dinner by 5, dinner at 6, kids bath by 7, they're in bed by 8 o'clock. You have your hour wind down time, then you're in bed by 9, and then you can get up at 5:30 or whatever it is your numbers are for your desired bedtime, wake time, etc. Just make sure whatever your schedule is, be consistent with it. Otherwise, you might as well just scrap it all together. Well, I'm gonna say that. If you fall off the horse, just get back on it. But the key is to be consistent if you want it to become a habit. If you have big goals or big dreams that are going to require your time, attention, and energy, but you feel like you struggle with procrastination and less productivity than you would desire, then now is the time to grab those bad habits and put them into submission and work on your new habits that you want to form that is going to support the person that you are becoming. Because some of us are in a certain season that will not support the people that we want to be. We have certain habits that will not support the people that we want to be. It's time to leave those bad habits in the past and bring on these new habits. And for me, and I would believe a lot of other women, waking up before our kids to have that morning time to be productive is going to be essential for the futures that we have planned for ourselves. So if this is something that resonated with you, then I just hope that you like and subscribe to my channel for more content. The next video I will record will be tips on how you can fall asleep if that is something that you struggle with, so that you can wake up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. And I just thank you for staying to the end of this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.